Hello, South Africa. Gerald Ferreira from Stellenberg High School. I'm so excited today. We have our two captains with us for the Prem Girls team, OUTENIQua versus Stellenberg High School. Our two captains, I want to have them introduce themselves and give us a view on what they think the game is going to look like.
My naam is Mila Berg. Ons is baie excited vir die game. Ons het baie hard geoefen en ons dink dit gaan 'n lekker tough challenge wees.
Incredible, incredible. Het julle lekker hiernatoe gekom? Is julle uitgerus? Is julle reg vir die geveg?
Ja, ons het lekker vroeg gery, 10 uur vanoggend, so ons is lekker uitgerus.
Hoorie so, ek hoop jy geniet dit en baie geluk vir die game vorentoe hoor. Amy Ferreira from Stellenberg, the captain. How's your preparation gone?
I think we prepped well. We have a good connection and everything. I think this is going to be a very good game, very challenging game. Both sides are very incredible and I'm very excited to see how it goes.
Incredible. I want to wish you both great success in this game. Give it everything you got. You guys can shake each other's hands and let's make hockey proud. All right, thank you so much. South Africa, joining us now is Louise Conradi. She'll be joining us. Thank you so much. You can make your way to your team. This is the legend, the winner of the IPT Western Province Girls Under 14. What an incredible year. Coach, it's good to be with you. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. It's been a very nice build-up to the campaign for this year at Stellenberg Girls Under 14, the Under 14A side, and then coaching the Western Province Under 14A girls side. We just won the IPT, as you mentioned. It was a fantastic tournament. Some Stellenberg girls playing a very big role in that gold medal match. Yes, so I'm looking forward to the second part of the term, of the season, with the Stellenberg girls and Stellenberg playing interschools next week against Durbanville. Very nice build up towards our interschools campaign for next week, playing the Quaggas. They are currently doing very well in the Eden province.
Yep.
So it's based in the Western province, up against best in the Eden province. So I'm looking forward to this match.
I love it. Tell me something, Coach. It's not every day someone gets to stand still with you. I've had a front row seat on your journey, but one of the things that people might not know is the process of what you've experienced. So everyone's talking about this year. You had the privilege of winning it last year, the Under-13s Premier League, then you went to win top schools, then you went to win obviously the Under-14 Western Province IPTs. You've had great success, but it's been a journey. Don't you want to just speak into that for a moment, the process of developing kids till this kind of place?
Yes, I think that is very important. At the primary school, I'm also involved, HOЕRSKOOL Primary School. We have a plan and we build from grade 1 onwards up to grade 7. And it is not always just about skill and about winning, but as you said, it's about the journey and the process. And there it's not just about the hockey, but also developing the child and the player emotionally and then skill as well. But yeah, just getting the girls early in the year, working extremely hard off season, fitness, skill, and then drilling them hard during the week. And for me, that's one thing that stands out is unit. We've got to be a happy team because a happy team is a winning team, and it's about the culture. You know, working towards our goals for the year. We've set them, and then each week in and week out, we are grinding and we are working towards the goal that we've set for ourselves.
Absolutely incredible. Tell me something, just your perception about tonight's game. I know we've got two very good teams here. What are you thinking? How do you think this plays out?
Yes, it's going to be a physical battle. As we know, Stellenberg has got a young side, but doing extremely well this season. They've taken on some big names and they've done really well. The Quaggas is always, you know, coming down to Durbanville and to the Cape. You know, you might say they're going to be underdogs tonight, but they'll bring it. Like I said, it's going to be a physical battle, and I think the team that's going to play the ball roll the ball, making it a quick match is the team that's going to win. And yes, I will back the school where I coach, and I do believe it's going to be Stellenberg all the way tonight.
All right, well, Coach, thanks so much. Incredible to be with you again. We got nothing but love for you, and thank you for everything you're doing for hockey here in South Africa.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much. South Africa, we got another guest joining us over here from OUTENIQua, and she is supporting OUTENIQua. Tell us who we got here.
Tiana van die kerk.
Tiana, hoe gaan het met jou eerstens?
Baie goed, dankie.
Mooi. Al die pad van OUTENIQua, sê gou vir my, hoe dink jy gaan die wedstryd gaan?
Ek dink dit gaan 'n baie tawwe match wees, maar ek dink dit gaan 2-1 vir OUTENIQua wees, verseker.
Hoorie so 2-1, sy sit al klaar resultaat daar uit. Sê gou vir my, jy ondersteun obviously die girls, jy ken seker klomp van hulle. Wie dink jy is hulle sterk spelers wat ons moet vir uitkyk?
Definitief Zwanay Kuchlenberg, sy's baie sterk. Ongelukkig het ons goalie seer gekry, Linka. Sy was amazing, maar ja, definitief Zwanay Kuchlenberg.
Mooi. En hulle seisoen sover het goed gegaan. Hulle speel baie smart.
Ja, baie.
Alright, nee saks. Maar hoorie so jy het al klaar nou besluit wie jy dink gaan wen. Ons wil vir jou sê baie welkom hier by Stellenberg en ek vertrou dat julle 'n goeie wedstryd sal hê. Hoor. Baie dankie. Now, South Africa, we are bringing together the young crew. This is the under 14 players of the Stellenberg team. We got Nina Kotsavia. They'll introduce themselves in a moment. Nina, introduce yourself.
I'm Nina Kotse. I'm Cara Barnard. I'm Annabelle Fourie.
And I'm Gia David.
Incredible. Nina, I'm going to start with you if that's okay. So you guys have already played your game. How did it go?
It went really well. We won 4-0. But I think we scored all the goals in the last chaka, but we still fought a lot.
It was interesting for me that OUTENIQua were in the fight all the way, and it was only right at the end. Bella, what was your take on the game?
I think we really played well in the fourth chaka, and we started from the chaka 1 to chaka 4, and it was a hard game.
Incredible. Have you got a take on how tough it was in the defense for your guys?
It was very tough. There were a few chances that they almost scored, but our defense, they held strong and we cleared the ball out.
Incredible. Let me quickly ask you, what do you think's happening tonight in this game?
I think it's going to be a tough game, but I think Stellenberg is going to win the game 3-1.
Incredible. Girls, thank you for joining us over here on the Stellenberg Live. We really appreciate it, and congratulations on your win. Make your way out there. Is that okay? Incredible. Now we have one of the rugby legend's son, Hendrik Kabbe, a former Springbok son here with us. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Henko Gerber. I come from Stellenberg. I was in Eversdal Primary.
Incredible. Henko, hoe gaan het met jou, my friend?
Oom, kan ek asseblief Afrikaans praat?
Ja, jy kan Afrikaans praat. Dis reg. Hoe lyk dit?
Nee, dit gaan goed, oom. Ek is baie opgewonde vir hierdie game. Ek en my suster het al hard gewerk, baie jare, met baie gevegte, oom.
Ja.
Ons was vanmiddag voor die game, toe moes ek hiernatoe kom om saam met my suster op te warm. Ek dink dit gaan 'n goeie game wees.
Is dit? En sê my gou, jou sussie is in die vorm van sy lewe, in haar lewe. Sy het so pragtig laasweek gespeel. Hoe lyk dit met haar fiksheid?
Ek dink dit lyk baie goed. Ons gaan draf saam met die hond. Ons oefen, maar sy het vir WP9 gesê, maar ek dink van haar stres in die akademie.
Ja.
Maar ek dink dit gaan goed gaan en sy is in goeie kondisie.
Ja, ek moet vir jou sê, sy beïndruk my so. Sy gee altyd alles so vir die span. Sê my gou, is daar ander spelers wat jy dink ons moet uitkyk vir vanaand?
Yes, ek dink Johanay Meyering.
Ja.
En een van die jong spelers, die goalkeeper, Nila Barkhuizen.
Definitief.
Is goed,
Definitief. Absoluut. Hoorie so, dis so lekker om jou hier saam met ons te hê en ek vertrou dat jy 'n lekker aand saam sal hê. Baie dankie, partner. Well, there we have it, South Africa, Stellenberg versus OUTENIQua. It's going to be a massive check. We're going live. Nothing but love.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Karina Smith, and with me is
Caleb Ferreira.
and we are live at Friday Night's Lights with an interschools between Stellenberg High School and OUTENIQUA High School, getting ready for the girls' first team to start their game.
Looks like Stellenberg has finished their chat, waiting on OUTENIQUA, and then we'll get this heat of a game started.
Cold next to the Astro tonight, a lot of beanies and warm jackets around the field, coffee going strong. Cold winter hockey game tonight. Teams are ready, waiting for the umpires, waiting for the whistle to start, and off we go. OUTENIQUA starts with the ball.
Looks like Stellenberg is heading us off here with a high press, putting OUTENIQUA under amounts of pressure from the start.
Seems like it's working. OUTENIQUA struggling to get out of the back from the start, but still keeping ball possession, which is good for them. Making good connections to the infield, playing the 1-2 connections, just unfortunate losing it over the line. Stellenberg ball.
Stellenberg going straight forward, getting into Gerber, looking for something, getting the shot off. Unfortunate, that one has gone over the bar. First shot, Stellenberg.
Stellenberg definitely putting OUTENIQUA on the back foot from the first minute, showing them that they are here to make a point, to get the W at the end. But OUTENIQUA will have a lot to prove themselves. That is our first short corner for the game. Stellenberg just got their first attacking short corner.
It's crazy how much pressure Stellenberg's putting OUTENIQUA under here from the start. Probably trying to get them off guard here with the cold weather and stuff.
Definitely see OUTENIQUA forgot their short corner mark, so definitely a little bit of pressure there. But they will be looking to get this one out, getting out of this first chucker with a clean slate, if not scoring goal themselves. Defenders are getting ready, putting mask on, safety first always. Waiting for the umpire's whistle.
Good push. And it came off the OUTENIQUA's foot there, just gone wide. Stellenberg awarded another short corner.
Do you think they will do the same short corner or start doing a variation?
The thing is, nothing really went wrong there. It just got unlucky with the foot there. I think they'll probably stick with the same.
Same shot it was, and in it goes. Unfortunately from a OUTENIQUA defender's stick, but a goal for Stellenberg nonetheless.
The straight poke never gets old.
And our goal scorer was Ioane Meyring with a solid hit towards goals. OUTENIQUA will be expecting the pressure now, trying to absorb it a little bit more, making good connections, forcing the ball forward, putting Stellenberg now on the back foot. They will need to recover.
OUTENIQUA, you're trying to put in their first ball into the circle, trying to get back into this game. Looking for the inside ball. Dispossessed by Stellenberg.
Stellenberg not afraid to play the ball around the back, staying composed, making the connections. Just a little unlucky there. OUTENIQUA will try and capitalize on this. Good connections from OUTENIQUA so far, keeping ball possession. Unfortunately now just lost it by Zanay Gerber. But got it again, ball into the circle. Fortunately not strikers, not high enough for that one.
Yo, Karina, that just shows you the importance of having your strikers always flooding into the circle, because you never know when a ball like that could slide through.
100%. Always being aware of that counter attack, getting height, being aware of a rebound ball or ball into the circle. Got to use every opportunity you get. Even now we saw Stellenberg with a counter attack. Again, striker's not high enough to pick up that ball. Again, good pressure by the Stellenberg press. They are really making it difficult for OUTENIQUA to get out of their backline. But even now, OUTENIQUA is also starting to press a little bit higher, trying to put Stellenberg under pressure, and turnover it is.
OUTENIQUA reaping the rewards there of their high press.
I guess that's also the danger in scoring first. You can be easily put on the back foot, and now you have to make sure you reset yourself to go score again and not concede a goal.
That's the best thing about what I've learned when I was a junior, is when the coach tells you it's 0-0 still, you still need to fight. You haven't won yet. 1-1 is nothing until it's the last whistle.
Great pickup from the OUTENIQUA player. Bad tackles. OUTENIQUA just wins a free hit just outside the circle. That's why they say the game is never over until the last whistle goes.
OUTENIQUA looking threatening now, having a couple of circle entries and also just playing here in Stellenberg's 23. Again, ball in.
Great ball into the circle from the OUTENIQUA player. Again, striker just unlucky misreading it actually. And another 16 for Stellenberg. They would be looking to get out of this quarter quickly. Again, OUTENIQUA winning that turnover with a definitely higher and more aggressive press. Good defending by Johanna Meyring. Stellenberg still has the ball.
Bad tackle there by OUTENIQUA.
They are going to have to make sure they keep their discipline. Again, Stellenberg not afraid playing the ball around the back.
Brilliant ball there.
And a great tackle from OUTENIQUA.
Karina, if you were now a coach and you were getting high press like this with a back three, what would you tell to your players?
I would have a talk with my midfielders because OUTENIQUA is pressing quite high. It might take a long time transferring it all the way around the back, looking for that midfield fetcher to come and fetch it and then go out wide again.
Definitely, I think it's quite important always to, if I say, play those fetchers for them to suck in the pressure and then coming straight out there and then trying to use the outsides.
Even just forcing the attention of the press to give space to someone else to receive the ball and then build up from there. Stellenberg with a circle entry and another short corner just before that ball went into the circle, but we'll take the advantage we can get.
I wonder if they will stick with the same variation, just a straight poke. I mean, it doesn't get old. They've already got one from it. They might want to stay with the same thing.
Might want to stay with the same thing, but also defenders could have started reading it now because they did it twice. So maybe a little variation just to throw them off would also be a good decision. Let's see. Straight poke it is. Safe from the keeper. Good defense from OUTENIQUA.
Oh, just fighting to try and keep that in, but unfortunately couldn't. Stellenberg still in possession of the ball here. And just across the goal there. Stellenberg unfortunately couldn't get at the end of that. Very well done there.
OUTENIQUA had a counter opportunity, but unfortunately lost the ball in the midfield. But they've won the free hit and they will start looking to attack again now. 6 minutes to go in this first chaka, and the score is currently 1 to Stellenberg and 0 to OUTENIQUA. Caleb, if you are the coach of the OUTENIQUA side now, what would you tell the girls halfway through this first chaka? You have put Stellenberg under pressure. What would you tell them?
To be honest, I would actually, to me this game has been quite end to end. I think OUTENIQUA has also had their opportunities when they've gone forward. It's just about, if I say, being more clinical and filling the right zones. I think if they could do that, 1-0 is nothing, like I said at the start. You could really come back from that very quickly.
OUTENIQUA is doing brilliantly, absorbing the pressure from Stellenberg, putting them under a lot of pressure, staying in their defensive quarter. But you can only defend so long. At the end of the day, you got to get that ball into your box. But they are doing really well absorbing the pressure. Stellenberg with another chance out of attack. And OUTENIQUA wins the free hit. Like I said, great absorbing of pressure.
Yeah, I think OUTENIQUA in this game so far, in their deep defense, has been quite, if I say, just disciplined and not making any reckless tackles. And just that's been shown with not giving away too many short corners compared to what Stellenberg has entered the circle with.
Yeah, I think Stellenberg is a little bit at risk now because they are attacking a lot but not necessarily getting the results they want. They are going to have to keep their discipline and keep their patience if they want to get the outcome at the end of the game.
That's so true. I've seen too many teams that gotten so hungry for goals and getting unlucky and not getting their finishes.
Again, good defending from OUTENIQUA, just not allowing Stellenberg to get to that second phase of rebounds. OUTENIQUA maybe just hanging onto a ball a little bit too long before giving those passes. OUTENIQUA on the attack. Great ball, good step from the Stellenberg defender.
Well read there.
We have some great gears here next to the field at Stellenberg High School with interschools between Stellenberg and OUTENIQUA. Again, OUTENIQUA trying to get that ball out of their defensive 25 and not finding each other.
I think the one thing that OUTENIQUA hasn't been doing too well is their midfielders not coming to fetch it as well. I think that's what the back four is always under pressure.
100%. Maybe just a little bit of a delayed reaction from the OUTENIQUA midfielders. And with that, we have another short corner for the Stellenberg team.
With the dying minutes coming here in the first quarter, we've really seen Stellenberg dominate, led by captain Amy Ferreira. Looks like it's different at the top of the circle now. Probably going to see a little variation here. Gone behind the back, slipped to far post. And unfortunately that has gone over the bar. Very, very nice short corner there by Stellenberg. Unfortunate to not execute that.
Very unfortunate. Very good short corner variance there. But again, well done to the OUTENIQUA defenders for absorbing that pressure and getting out of that short corner. And like that, we can see that high press from Stellenberg's putting them under pressure, giving away another free hit. Good tackle from the OUTENIQUA player.
And just the composure there by the centre back. Unfortunate with the pass there, I might have jinxed it, but very, very good composure, receiving the ball. Not a lot of people get that right, where they get rushed and flustered when they're on the ball. Not over there.
100%. Having that skill of just keeping composed when you're under pressure, not giving ball possession away is a rare skill, and Johanna Meyering is definitely one of those players that possesses that skill.
Just to think for a team like this, with the Stellenberg players playing around the back, what I've seen here, playing at the front there, it's very, very nice to see a team with such much discipline, and for a young team. Majority of this team, if people don't know, is still grade 11, grade 10, and you don't really see that from that age. I think that's a good work by their coach, Ryan Byrne.
A little unlucky touch there from the OUTENIQUA player. Good build-up, but an unlucky touch. But they win the free hit anyway. They have a chance to attack with 20 seconds to go.
OUTENIQUA struggling to keep the ball here, but they have won it back now.
Good read from the Stellenberg defender. Just an unlucky little pass. And that is it for Chaka 1, everyone. Score currently at 1 for Stellenberg, 0 for OUTENIQUA. We'll be back very soon. Welcome back, everyone. If you are just joining us, we are here at interschools between Stellenberg High School and OUTENIQUA High School. Heading into the second chaka, the score currently at 1-0 in the favor of Stellenberg High School.
Yeah, I think it's been quite an entertaining game, especially on Stellenberg, going forward, creating all their shots. Yeah, I would like to see a couple more goals in the second quarter.
Definitely, but also well done to the OUTENIQUA defenders, absorbing an enormous amount of pressure and only getting out of that chaka with 1 against them. But they will definitely be looking at putting Stellenberg under pressure and getting their first goal on the scoreboard. Good pressure from OUTENIQUA.
Yeah. I would say that I would like to see from the OUTENIQUA players if they can start to, if I say, play the smaller ball first, trying to create a little bit of momentum going forward. I think they did that at the end of the in the middle of the first quarter. I saw that little connections has worked out quite well for them. But now I've seen they've gone back to that long ball. I would like to see that smaller connections coming back.
100%, like you said, winning the first little battle before you go for the war. Just making those small connections instead of just looking for the big balls, because the Stellenberg's players are just reading that too good. Good defending from OUTENIQUA, and like we said, now again, just giving possession away in the middle of the field.
Getting good with the ball there. Again, there was a pass out wide. They went for the long ball. I think the long ball was open actually. I think the striker made actually a very good run there. Maybe just a little bit too much pace on the ball.
Yeah, 100%. I think weighing that pass would have counted in their favor. But like we see, if the space is there, that long ball is on, but you've got to get your strikers higher in those spaces to be able to pick them up.
The crowd is lively here tonight. Everyone can hear it. Not sure if it's so loud on the crowd, on the TV where you're watching from, but yeah, at Stellenberg, we can hear it all the way from the top here.
Yeah, what a vibe these two schools have created next to the field, coming to support their first team girls, and after this, the first team boys. Just supporting your team, supporting your school in an inter-schools game.
Yes, and I think for OUTENIQUA to come this far and bring this many people to have in the crowd is quite special, and just shows the commitment they have as a school together.
100%, and just what a nice vibe and just gees they've been creating as well, regardless of the score, supporting all their players from the first game today all the way through to our last game that will be the first team boys.
Stellenberg turn it over.
And a goal. What a beautiful 2v1 against goalkeeper.
Rebecca Bosch getting on the score sheet. Very well done there.
Very well done. Keeping it simple, not overthinking it. Getting another goal on the scoreboard for Stellenberg.
I think that was also very well done by HOԵՐＳKOOL, trying to get our eyes up to connect with the striker that was actually in a better position. I think a lot of strikers there would have actually just put their head down and try and go for it. And I always say a striker should be selfish, but in situations like that where your other teammates in a better position, always have to try and make a pass there.
Yeah, I think that's such a fine line for a striker between being selfish and putting your team first, because Rebecca was in a better position. So like you said, well done to HOＥRSKOOL for reading that and trusting her teammate to do the job. There's those little connections from OUTENIQUA we've been wanting to see. Just unlucky losing possession there.
Yeah, I think it's just a little bit unfortunate with that touch there, but they looked a lot more, if I say, comfortable on the ball with the smaller passes. If I say, didn't lose the ball as quickly. And I think if you have to defend the entire time, you do get tired, you will start making mistakes. And if you can just keep the ball for a bit longer, having your strikers, if I say, take 2 breaths, and they can make better leads with harder running.
Yeah, like I always said, defending starts from the strikers. It's not just the backs that have to defend, but you can also only defend for so long until that ball's going to break at some time. So OUTENIQUA is going to want to get out of that defensive 25. Stellenberg again with a great attacking opportunity, getting the long corner. They will definitely be looking to get the ball back in the circle, getting that shot on target. Again, good defending from OUTENIQUA, just absorbing that pressure and getting it out.
Yeah, I think just from me watching this game, I can really see where Stellenberg are trying to attack down. I think down this right side with Carly Murray on the side there, trying to go through the right side onto OUTENIQUA's weak side, and I think it's been working quite efficiently.
OUTENIQUA here now with a chance of attacking, making those connections, looking to get the ball in the circle. They do. Just a little bit too hard of a touch, but it came off the Stellenberg defender. It will be a long corner for OUTENIQUA. They will be looking to capitalize on this opportunity, definitely.
Again, Karina, I'm just saying, there was the small connections, cross-field transfer. I think OUTENIQUA just has to see what's happening and what's working and just start doing it more. I think when they're doing the small passes, they're always going forward. If I say the Stellenberg, if I say can't always intercept it. Like this, now when they go into the midfield, look at they're trying to move the ball, they just look so much more comfortable on it.
And very dangerous. They're very dangerous when they're playing that small connections, but when trying to force it, Stellenberg makes those turnovers. Again, OUTENIQUA with an opportunity to attack. Little connection, she will be looking to get into the circle. She wins the free hit. They will have an opportunity attack just outside the circle edge.
Caroline Oosterhuizen on the ball now. You can see she's really hungry to score goals, trying to use her skill.
Into the circle they go. And unfortunately it hit the foot of the OUTENIQUA player, but what a great little attacking piece of play that was.
Stellenberg having to stay very composed there in the circle. It's always difficult to defend around the keeper because you never know whose ball it is. So there has to be a very good communication down there.
100%, and you have to be so careful not to, as a defender, deflect the ball past your own keeper and then putting yourself under pressure. So they really have got to trust each other here at the back.
Oh, there's the high press again from OUTENIQUA, putting Stellenberg and forcing them to make a decision, which ended up being a rushed pass.
OUTENIQUA playing it around the back again. Again, looking for those long passes. Stellenberg just composed, keeping ball possession. And on the attack once again. On the left side with Lanes Kuman giving a pass to baseline. Ball goes into the circle and keeper makes a save.
I don't know about you, Karina, but those balls, me as a defender, I've never liked them. The ball's flying across with speed. It's always dangerous, just like you said. So easy to put the ball in your own net. Yeah, it's a scary ball that comes across there.
It is a scary, but if you have strikers that can give that ball and pick it up in the circle as a coach, that is a magical moment that you will always be chasing. Better fetching from the OUTENIQUA players higher for those passes coming up. Winning the free hit, but getting that advantage, they were looking to get that ball higher now. Making those connections, keeping ball possession. I think we've seen a little bit more composure from OUTENIQUA in the last few minutes. Again, keeping ball possession, not rushing their passes, not rushing their decision making.
Oh, unfortunate there. I think they had a very good play of spell there.
Great tackle again from the OUTENIQUA player. Stellenberg's definitely going to have to watch their discipline and their tackles. They've had a few loud whistles in the last few minutes for bad tackles. Just timing, they're getting a little bit impatient.
Dispossessed by the little Ferreira, played outside.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to play with your sister? Well, in this team we have two sisters playing together. Our captain, or Stellenberg's captain, Amy Ferreira, and her baby sister, Talia Ferreira, on the ball now.
Oh, unfortunate there. Good defending again by OUTENIQUA. Yeah, they've really been very class in the circle there. Always trying to dispossess. And like I wanted to say, with the two sisters playing, they actually play the exact same position in the fetcher role, and having that link up in the midfield, they don't even have to talk to each other.
That's got to be, for a coach, got to be a match made in heaven to have his feature roles, eh?
Again, rushing the passes. I think OUTENIQUA, they have quality, they can keep the ball. I think if they start doing that, try and make those small connections, it's going to go a lot in their favour, and I think they can put Stellenberg on the back foot.
Yeah, I think just trusting that their connections are working and they are putting Stellenberg under pressure, because that's definitely what has happened.
But OUTENIQUA going forward now, getting the ball back.
Ball into the circle and just deflected off Stellenberg's defender, long corner for OUTENIQUA.
OUTENIQUA definitely going to try and do something here, maybe get away with a short corner or a goal. I think that's every coach's dream in this area. 100% only getting that short corner, getting that goal.
Yeah, definitely. They will be looking to get some kind of result. But as we see now, Stellenberg has pressed them quite up high. And again, the long ball's being forced. And Stellenberg just reading that really well. And now on the counter attack. But great defending once again from our OUTENIQUA defenders. Just a little mistrap from OUTENIQUA, and Stellenberg's back on the attack. But again, they are doing extremely well on absorbing the pressure, making those very crucial tackles, winning the ball back. But
Rebecca Bosch. Oh, so unfortunate there. Rebecca Bosch looking for a second of the night.
well done to the keeper, putting her under pressure a little bit early, stepping out, closing her off, forcing her to make a decision.
Oh my. If you were a keeper in that situation, what would you be telling your defenders?
They've got to make sure of their passes. This is a crucial area. You can't take risks.
100% agree with you there. That area over there, you can't be making mistakes. It's 100% passes only, trying to work for it. And I think the midfielder could also come deeper than there, trying to create that extra pass always, trying to play those triangles always around the players.
Yeah, like we've been saying, making those little connections to make sure you get out of your defensive 25 safely and with the least amount of risk. But OUTENIQUA with another free hit, switching the ball to their right side, looking for those passes, and winning another free hit from a foot. And on the attack they go. Small passes, but great step from the left back from Stellenberg, Sina Ferreira.
I mean, Karina, I'm not sure about you. I think OUTENIQUA's been amazing in the defense, but we can't take it away from Stellenberg as well. I think OUTENIQUA also had their chances going forward, and Stellenberg has always just been that step ahead, trying to get in front of the forwards. The defenders been very well on their interceptions and just playing out the back. Got to give the props to them.
Yeah, definitely. Got to give props to the Stellenberg defenders of just reading those passes from OUTENIQUA brilliantly and then making the right steps, making the tackles. Also to win the ball again for turnovers and not allowing OUTENIQUA to go any further. But OUTENIQUA, like you said, have had their chances. They will be looking to get some more and getting some kind of result out of them.
Yes, I think Stellenberg are still fighting here to get that third goal. There's always something in hockey, it's called the 2-goal trap, and it's the worst feeling in the world. It's when you are 2-0 up and then, yeah, the other team just comes back. But that's the end of quarter 2. Stellenberg with 2, OUTENIQUA 0.
Well, there we have it, South Africa from the Jade Brigade, Stellenberg High School, and the score is 2-0 to Stellenberg versus OUTENIQUA. We have special guests with us here today. Aiden, it's incredible to have you. Amelia, incredible to have you here from EduForce. And firstly, on behalf of Stellenberg and on behalf of OUTENIQUA, let me just say a massive thank you for your investment into the schools. We want to say thank you. We really appreciate it. And like you can see, the sport is growing. Incredible. Aiden, let us know a little bit about who you guys are and how can people get involved with your program.
Excellent. Thanks so much, and I'm very excited to be here. So EduForce, we are one of South Africa's leading private higher education institutions, and we are dedicated to shaping the next generation of professionals with industry-ready skills, with the capabilities, the practical skills and the knowledge that industry requires today. And we do this by offering flexible learning pathways to shape potential student by student towards Africa's prosperity.
I absolutely love it. Listen, if every student can end up speaking with your vocabulary, we've done a great job. Tell me something quickly regarding your investment in the sport right now and in the future. You guys are committed to that journey.
Oh, definitely. We are very heavily involved in the schools environment, in the schools market. We believe that the potential starts at school, and that's why we have dedicated individuals across the country dedicated to building those relationships with teachers, and we start as early as grade 9.
Tell me one last question quickly. Where can people do their research on you? If they go into your websites, what exactly is that?
Yeah, so the best way to get in touch with us is via our website, which is at www.eduforce.com, and there you can find information on our qualifications, admission requirements, upcoming events, etc. Alternatively, you can walk into any one of our 12 campuses across the country, connect with a higher education consultant who can offer you personalized support. But we also have National Open Days taking place right tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Incredible. South Africa, there you've heard it. Go out and support them.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half of our inter-schools evening here at Stellenberg High School between OUTENIQUA and Stellenberg. The score currently sits at 2-0 in the favor of Stellenberg High School, but OUTENIQUA has been brilliant in their defense. They are looking to get their first points on the scoreboard.
That's always an interesting way to start off a game, is throwing over to the other team to try and put the pressure on them, forcing them to make the mistake. I think from the games that I've watched of the Stellenberg team, it's been quite a star point in how they start a game. Always want to put the pressure, make the other team try and do something, put it in your court.
Yeah, you could see from the beginning of the game, Stellenberg has been trying that very high press, putting OUTENIQUA on the back foot from the first few minutes, letting them make mistakes, and then Stellenberg gets the ball. Even now, Stellenberg has a very high press, giving them the turnovers. They were looking to get into the circle. They do. Rebecca Bosch on the ball, but again, good defending from our OUTENIQUA players. They are really composed in the circle.
Yeah, really, just not missing. I mean, it's so easy to get a stick tackle there and then giving away an easy short corner. OUTENIQUA says, no way we're doing that.
Yeah, the goals that Stellenberg has gotten were well deserved, but they had to work extremely hard for it, getting past these OUTENIQUA defenders and the goalkeeper that has made some brilliant saves so far. There you can see the Stellenberg press really closing in on that OUTENIQUA defenders, but they just composed, getting out of it. Now attacking on the left side. Be looking to get into that circle, getting some kind of outcome.
I think that was just very well done there by the OUTENIQUA, really getting out of that press and then immediately switching the play. I think, just going all the way where the speed was, the space was, and the speed of the girls moving across, trying to get into that next zone to create the next pass was very well done there.
You can definitely see their coach said something to them in that halftime talk that just gave them that little oomph, because there's a little bit more intensity and a little bit more aggression from their fetchers coming to get the ball, making sure they get it out of their defensive 25 to give them that opportunity to put a score on the board. Stellenberg on the attack, also trying those connections, but just not finding each other, but working off each other's touches. Again, Stellenberg in the circle, just a little bit too far for the striker, Rebecca Bosch.
Oh, it's unfortunate. I mean, I think the speed of the Stellenberg attack it's really scary. How they can run with the ball, just at top speed all the time. I think for any defender, that's always a struggle.
And a 16 for OUTENIQUA. Again, just absorbing that pressure, but not giving anything or any penalty corner away for free. Great step from Stellenberg midfielder Carly Murray. Just an unfortunate pass, but like we said, those OUTENIQUA defenders putting them under pressure. Now OUTENIQUA on the attack. They'll be looking to get into that circle. There's a high striker this time, picking up that ball, making those connections. But great defending from Stellenberg, staying composed. OUTENIQUA will want to get that ball into the circle and get some kind of result.
Yeah, you can really see that OUTENIQUA they fixed something now in that chat there. Something is clicking because they're getting way more passes going forward. People are there to receive it every single time. And I think as a midfielder, the best thing you can see is a forward in front of you, because then that means you don't have to take on.
Yeah, 100%. You know, you have a connection up front. And I think they're just working off each other a little bit better than in the first half. Stepping towards the ball, leading into space. Like I said, just a little bit more intensity and aggression. But Stellenberg back on the attack. Great read from the OUTENIQUA player, picking up that ball. Again, heading to the opposite side of the field where the space is. And still their ball on the sideline.
That's one thing I can say of OUTENIQUA that they have been doing well in this match, is their midfield transfers as being very efficient and very quickly. Always looking for the lady in the middle there, trying to switch the play. They're not always relying on going all the way to the back.
Yeah, or forcing it forward, using your teammates, using that midfield pocket just to get you a little help to get the ball to the other side of the field. And they've had great ball control in that midfield. Again, composed OUTENIQUA defenders, just making sure nothing comes Stellenberg's way inside the circle.
Oh, an open field now for OUTENIQUA to go forward in. But again, only one forward ahead of her. You would at least be looking at three Eagles running through there, trying to get ahead, to get that next pass. I think a little bit of aggression is maybe needed in the front line there for OUTENIQUA.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit more urgency getting in front of that ball. Because once they've done that, they have been very dangerous. Ball in to the circle, but won a free hit just outside the circle for OUTENIQUA. Once they have that strikers in front, leading towards that baseline balls, they've been very dangerous, putting Stellenberg under pressure, going towards their goal.
I 100% agree with you. It's when they're rushing the passes and trying to rush to go forward is when they, if I say, struggling to get past the defenders of Stellenberg. Because the Stellenberg's defenders also been so good at tackling. But, I mean, if there is a 3v1 or something like that, you can't expect the defender to do much of that. So I would like the OUTENIQUA to create more of those opportunities. Maybe delaying their attack by 1 or 2 seconds, letting someone get ahead for the next pass.
Again, Stellenberg also very composed in their defensive 25. Winning that ball, going on the counter attack and just putting OUTENIQUA on pressure and not allowing them to set up a press, taking the free hits early and quickly.
Well, quickly taken there by Linnaeus Kuman. Really trying to say, I want to score one more. I want to do this. Again, another ball in. And another one. Oh, Stellenberg unfortunate there not to get away with anything. But again, got to give it to OUTENIQUA. They've been strong at the back here.
Definitely, you could see they're not allowing Stellenberg to enter at the top of the D. They are building that wall on that edge of the circle. Great turnover by Stellenberg midfielder Karina Thomas, heading into the circle. She will see trying to win an outcome, some kind of outcome. Hit went. Great defending again from the keeper and her defenders. Amy Ferreira on the ball. Hit. And it's just a little too eager from Zanai Gerber there.
Yeah, I think it was a bit eager, but I would rather have eager than not trying to score a goal there. That's one thing that I've seen from Zanai Gerber in all the games since young. That aggression, that eagerness to score, that I want the ball in the goal. That in Afrikaans they call it hokhonger.
Yeah, she's definitely a goal-hungry player, and that is definitely a massive benefit for Stellenberg. Lanae Skuman on the ball, but OUTENIQUA again just reading it. Hit from Talia Ferreira and just outside the goal box. Unlucky Anae Bowman not to get that touch on the post, but what a great attacking set piece that was.
Yeah, I think that's very well done there. Good skill by Ferreira, and then just unfortunate not to be putting in that at the far post. I think it was quite well placed. I think it might have had a little bit of a lift on it, so it made it a little bit of extra difficulty. But yeah, just a very well, if I say, executed attack by Stellenberg there.
Definitely, and you could see they're getting those players in the right positions on far post in those critical zones, and if they keep this up they will definitely add another score to that scoreboard. Stellenberg back on the attack, Rebecca Bosch on the ball, but great tackle from OUTENIQUA. Stellenberg's going to be very careful about their discipline and their tackles at the moment. OUTENIQUA with a chance of attack. Heading into the circle. And Stellenberg comes away with a free hit. Again, also very composed defending and very good defending. Just staying completely composed and calm and keeping ball possession and control. Stellenberg's making the connections between players. Heading back on the attack.
Oh, just slide out the sideline there. I might have thought they were still in, but referee says different. And I mean, she was standing there. Referee's always right, so.
Yeah, but I love a player that just challenge it a little bit, keep playing whether they've seen it or not. Rebecca Bosch with some great pressure in the midfield. Good turnover.
I mean, yeah, I think that what Lanae did there on the side was a clear example of just playing till the whistle.
Backstick from Zanai Gerber, just off target, and umpire says also the back of her stick.
Yeah,
We've seen her hit some great backsticks. Fortunately, that was not one of them, but good pressure from the OUTENIQUA players.
Yeah, you give Zanai Gerber enough space in the circle and she'll make you pay for it.
Good defending again from OUTENIQUA, but Karina not letting off that pressure.
That's one thing I think a lot of kids, when they're younger and stuff, they don't really learn until they turn much older, is that it's not over yet. So you still need to, even if you lose the ball, you can still go and win it back. Go and fix your own mistake. And I think that was a great showcase there of like going to fix your own mistake.
Yes, I think no coach can fault you for making mistakes, but not fixing your mistake or trying to fix it, I think, is the biggest lesson any player can learn. That, like you said, it's never over until the last whistle goes. Whether you've missed a tackle, missed a pass, there's always another opportunity you've got to get going. Amy Ferreira into the D, back stick, hitting the shin of the OUTENIQUA player and winning a short corner for her team.
I would say that it was a little bit off target. I'm not sure if she was going for goal there or trying to pass, but you know what, eh? In this game we can take what we take. Yeah, she won a short corner there, so if it was me, I would just say I did that on purpose.
Yeah, 100%. It's always planned, but sometimes you take the luck you can get, and there she was lucky to get that shin, the ball on the shin, and win the short corner for her team. Let's see what they will do.
what are you calling? Straight poke variation?
Straight poke. It's a great variation, dangerous from the defensive player, but a great variation from Stellenberg, something we haven't seen in this game yet.
Yeah, very, very good variation there. I think they really, if I say going to the second castle, still coming this way, I think really put the OUTENIQUA players off there, and I think Amy Ferreira found herself in major space.
Great running from that first wave runner. Just, I really thought it was off her stick, off her shin, but that's putting that straight poke under pressure, getting there as soon as possible. I would definitely give her props for running first wave.
Yeah, I think first wave is always a scary position to be running down at a ball. And for the people that don't know, these balls aren't really soft.
And there is that straight poke goal from Johanna Meyering. Just on target, with ball pace behind it, and there's nothing in her way.
I mean, to me, if I was looking at the goalkeeper, looking at first waves, I think that straight poke is just so quick. And if you have someone that really knows like where to put it on a goal, the ball moves at such a speed that a keeper can't really react. Yeah, you really have to rely on your, if I say, first wave, your postman, okay, to really hold their lines.
Stellenberg back on the attack with 50 seconds to go, and there goes that discipline we talked about. Just one too many bad tackles. Stellenberg would want to capitalize with having numbers up for the next 2 minutes, but 45 seconds left in this chaka. They're either going to want to keep ball possession or get that ball in the goal box, winning maybe another short corner, getting another chance at a goal. Kaylee on the ball at the moment, trying to enter that ball into the D. Just a little bit messy from the Stellenberg strikers, not keeping the ball on their stick when receiving it.
Yeah, I think the OUTENIQUA coach is going to be a bit irritated with the OUTENIQUA players getting a card there in the last dying seconds of the quarter. Maybe could have gotten away with just not making that bad tackle, but I mean, here we are.
Yeah, that's the thing as a coach. You can do nothing on the field. Your job stops at the sideline. The players are in control of their actions on the field, and actions do have consequences, like we just see. End of the third chaka now, one more to go. The score stands at 3 to Stellenberg High School, 2 to OUTENIQUA, here on a Friday night.
We have it, South Africa, here at the Jade Brigade, Stellenberg High School, an incredible third goal, and Stellenberg have now taken control of the game, but we as hockey lovers know it can turn in a chucker. But next week, massive thing happening here at the Jade Brigade. We've got Stellenberg versus Durbanville, and we've got our head cheerleaders over here. Won't you let us know who you are and what are you expecting for next week?
So, ek's John Maree, en volgende week is ons interskool teen Durbanville. En vrijdag aand is ons hockey, die seuns en meisies. Ek dink ons gaan Durbanville wen. En dis nie iets om te mis nie. Asseblief kom ondersteun ons. Dis 'n belewenis. Die gees is hoog en julle wil dit glad nie mis nie.
Absolutely. Laaste gou woord van jou.
Ek is Carly van Wyk, die ander hoofleier. Volgende week gaan 'n insanely good game wees en ek sal dit nie mis nie. Sien julle daar.
Next week at the Jade Brigade, South Africa. Be here out at Stellenberg High School. Thank you.
Baie dankie.
Okay, welcome back everyone to the last chaka of interschools between Stellenberg High School and OUTENIQUA. Here on a very cold Friday night, we are watching some good hockey from these goals.
Yeah, I think it's been a quite good match. I think Stellenberg's just been a lot more clinical in the circle and all that. I think OUTENIQUA has been good at patches, but I think that's, if I say consistent form during the game, trying to connect all the way to the goal, just hasn't been there. I think their defense have been quite well, midfield transfers have been well, but just when they get to the front there, I think it's just a bit of a connection, connection mistakes. I think if they could, if I say, in a way, flood more numbers forward, have more passes, I think it would have gone, if I say, this game would have been a bit more tighter. But you never know.
Yeah, I think 3 very well-deserved goals from Stellenberg High School, having to work very hard to get past these OUTENIQUA defenders. They've been doing really well, staying composed, making critical tackles, but nonetheless, you can't win the game if you don't put a score on the scoreboard. Again, good composure from the OUTENIQUA defenders, just not allowing Stellenberg to get those extra touches to put the ball in the box.
Yeah, I also think it just shows you the discipline also of the forwards of Stellenberg, trying to wait, just keep going, just keep hitting at that tree, that axe, just keep going until the tree falls. I think, yeah.
Great backstick shot from Stella, but a great save from OUTENIQUA's goalkeeper.
Yeah, I was just going to continue my sentence there, but if I say just being able to keep going while a team's defending you this well, it takes a lot of character.
Yeah, I agree. As a coach, that's always what you want, is whether it's working out in your favor or not, but sticking to the system, sticking to the game plan, and that's definitely something Stellenberg has done extremely well tonight, hence the score looks like it looks. Again, great composure from the Stellenberg defenders as well, making those connections on attack. But again, OUTENIQUA's midfielders just making it a little bit difficult. They're looking for those numbers ahead, strikers getting into that circle. And OUTENIQUA on the attack again. They will be looking to get that ball into the circle, get some kind of result. Ball goes into the circle, deflection from an OUTENIQUA player, saved by the keeper. Still in OUTENIQUA's possession, but a good free hit won by Stellenberg's defender. That was a very good attacking piece of play from OUTENIQUA, actually putting the Stellenberg goalkeeper under pressure.
Yeah, I think it just comes from their patience they had there. I mean, they had the goal on the side there, kept the ball very nicely, had a composure, and then also giving the ball to the inside and then having the composure to play it out, then play it and pick your pass into the circle.
Again, good composure from the OUTENIQUA defenders, not giving anything away to Stellenberg inside their D, winning the free hits, now getting to set up their outlet to move and build up forward again. Carly Murray on the attack. Just a little soft pass into the circle, turnover for OUTENIQUA.
Yeah, I think she was looking for probably a striker just to jump in front of the defender to get there. It was good skill by her. It was just unfortunate that the pass couldn't match it.
Again, keeper making the necessary saves, not leaving anything to chance, and it's a long corner for Stellenberg. Amy Ferreira on the attack, lifting the ball just outside the circle. Free hit for OUTENIQUA.
Yeah, you can see that Stellenberg isn't really, if I say, scared of defending with their defenders there. They know the quality. Their midfielders are allowed now to drive straight through into the circle and create that overload, something we haven't seen from OUTENIQUA that much yet.
Yeah, definitely a struggle for OUTENIQUA is getting those strikers out in front of their midfielders once they've made the turnover, but their defenders have been doing absolutely fantastic. And they're not afraid playing the ball back into the middle, to the other side. But again, a great, very aggressive press from Stellenberg, trying to force OUTENIQUA to make a mistake. And the turnover has 1. Good, Zanai Gerber on attack, shot on target, and goal. Just a simple, calm, straight shot at far post. What a great hit.
I mean, Karina, we said it at the start, if you give Zanai Gerber enough space in the circle, she can make you pay for it. And I mean, she's got unlucky with 2 backhands there, but if you put her on the front stick, yeah, there's nothing you can do there. I think the defender could have been tighter there, but I think it was just well driven there by her. I think putting it into the corner there is also very difficult under pressure and stuff.
Yeah, 100%. From that angle, getting that ball into far post were 100% pure skill and pure talent. And back on the ball she is, carrying it maybe just a little too long on with the one hand. Getting into trouble here again in this last chaka. Discipline is going to be a big thing for both teams.
Umpire calling in the captain, I think just for some discipline reasons. I think he's probably going to ask her just to calm the team down, make sure no one runs their mouth or anything like that.
Yeah, like we said earlier, umpires are in control of the game. You can't play without them, so you got to respect them, got to respect their decisions, right or wrong. We can't play the game of hockey without them. Just a little miscommunication there, I think, between the Stellenberg players of where, and the umpire, where the ball needs to be taken. But OUTENIQUA on the ball, again transferring the ball around the back, looking to get that ball up in front. Again, good step from Carly Murray, carrying the ball, getting that pass inside the circle, unlucky not finding her striker. And again, OUTENIQUA, just some great defending.
Yeah, I want to say Carly Murray has been doing quite well there on the right-hand side, always stepping in front of her player, knowing that that first ball is going to come and making sure that she puts in the extra effort to get ahead.
But I think that's a testament to the Stellenberg press as well. The way the strikers are running, are forcing that ball from the OUTENIQUA outside defenders right into that midfield turnover zone. And they've been doing really well to get those turnovers. Great tackle in the midfield from OUTENIQUA.
Yeah, it's also nice to see that the Stellenberg, they haven't really sagged off from the press. Although they are 3-0 ahead, they say we want more, and they're not going to try and stop until the final whistle.
Yeah, like you said, we have some hungry goal strikers that are not happy to stop at 4 goals. OUTENIQUA on the attack, maybe just taking a little bit too long on the ball, giving the passes away. But nonetheless, still have ball possession. We'll be looking to get that ball into that circle, getting some kind of results, win a free hit. And just a little bit of, I think, game fatigue, making silly mistakes like not moving the ball 5 before heading into the D.
You might see that as a mistake. I maybe see that as testing the umpire, seeing if the umpire is awake, seeing just to see if you can get that extra meter in there. I mean, you always have to try and test them there. I think that ball was so close. You never know if it was maybe just 5 meters or maybe just 4.5. But well seen there by the umpire.
Stellenberg very patient in their press and very composed. And moving off each other's hit again on the shot on target. Goalkeeper made a great save.
Such beautiful hockey there. I mean, you could just see the midfielders flooding from the right side into the left and creating that different type of angle.
Definitely, and the strikers working off where the midfielders are running to make sure they're getting into that space to receive that ball to get a shot on target.
Yes, 100%. Always trying to play that against the grain ball. It's so difficult for a defender to defend that because you always have to be looking around you because you're worrying about the ball carrier, you're worried about the person you're marking. It's just a lot.
Shot comes in again, this time from Carly Murray. And now Karina Thomas on the ball, looking to enter the D. Just a little slip there, unfortunate, but they keep going. Like we said, you fight until the very end.
Oh, it's just so unfortunate with the slip there. I think she was trying to drive into this baseline, and we've seen it from her before. She does have enough speed for it. It was just unfortunate that she had to get that slip there.
But again, Stellenberg on the attack. They will be looking to get the ball in the circle, but just a little too high, lifting it into the defenders, and a free hit for OUTENIQUA.
Yeah, I think these balls that the Stellenberg have been playing through, these hatch passes, have been working, but I really do like them link-up play when they're at the front here. I would like to see a lot more of it, trying to get those against the grain balls, leading across from each other. I think that was just beautiful hockey, and I would love to see more of that.
Yeah, not stepping away from what's been working for them, making the connections, playing the ball into spaces, instead of just trying to force it into the circle. Great little foot just outside the circle. Stellenberg on the attack once more. Good reading from the OUTENIQUA defender. Just making sure that ball doesn't reach a Stellenberg stick inside the circle. Great tackle and little run from Marinay Fourie. And what a pass to Lanay Skuman on the back stick. Unfortunately, just hitting the back of her stick. But again, putting OUTENIQUA under pressure.
What a lovely pass that was, with a great tackle, driving forward, and again looking for that against the grain ball, which OUTENIQUA haven't been able to stop. I think it's just such a nice ball, having it be able to pick up your eyes, get that pass, and it also comes from not rushing your pass, getting your eyes up, making the decision to make a pass instead of reacting on the pass.
100%, and trusting your players to be in the right spaces when they should be there. I think that's the one thing we can say about the Stellenberg team, is them working off each other has been fantastic this evening.
Yeah, and I think we can give our props, give our flowers to the coach Ryan Byrne. I mean, he's a brand new coach with this team. It's his first year, and I think he's done a wonderful job with this team. Zanay Gerber, unlucky there. You could see she was hungry to score another one there. Umpire said it's rather a short corner. He didn't think there was going to happen anything.
Yeah, I agree with the umpire there, because the defender was on the floor. That could have been potentially very dangerous if that shot would have been taken. So in that sense, you're always trying to protect the players. So rather call the short corner. They still have an opportunity for a goal than maybe letting it play out and having a player on the floor get hit in the head or something.
100%. I think this game is just to play it around safety. I think the umpires really, you have to give their flowers as well for keeping the game, keeping everyone safe, and not creating all these injuries.
Again, a little variation from Stellenberg. Good defending from the keeper and from her post player. Just losing control a little bit. Rebecca Bosch now driving, and umpire calls a stick block. Again, good composure from the OUTENIQUA defenders.
Yeah, I think very, very good there. I think also to Blanche at the back with that, if I say, cricket clearance, always a very good skill to have, trying to hit that ball out the air. Also very, very difficult to execute. So, yeah, very well done there by her.
Yeah, props for those post players that's facing the balls coming at them as well, hey?
Yeah, very, very brave.
Again, Stellenberg going against the grain, playing the ball into spaces, running off each other's passes. Ball into the circle for Zanay Gerber. Just a little hit. Great defending from OUTENIQUA, not allowing that ball to go into the goal box.
Yeah, so well done there. Just defenders making sure that they're ahead of their players. I mean, that ball came off the keeper. It could have gone straight to Stellenberg stick, but OUTENIQUA's defenders made sure that they are there first, trying to clear this ball.
Yeah, and just covering each other. If the one misses the tackle, there's always a second one behind them to cover them and follow up on this next tackle.
There we go, OUTENIQUA winning the foul in the midfield there.
1 minute and 30 seconds to go in this last chukka of the interschools between Stellenberg and OUTENIQUA. Score currently at 4-0 in the favor of Stellenberg. But what a great game it has been so far.
Yeah, I think this game has been quite, if I say, end to end, and we've seen some great hockey with connections, playing forward, shots taken, and just a defending masterclass. Yeah, I would say this game has been quite entertaining, good to watch. And I think what's been making it even better is just this crowd. It's just amazing to see the two schools just, if I say, don't stop singing, supporting their friends, supporting family, all the way to the end.
And OUTENIQUA with a shot on goal, but a great save from the Stellenberg keeper. And now they're on the counter attack. They will be looking to get one more in the box before the end of this game. OUTENIQUA on the attack now. This could be their opportunity to get a ball in the goal box. We have an injured player. Umpire stopped time. Again, safety of players are always the first priority.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. I didn't see what happened there now, but it might have been a slip, maybe just an overextension of a muscle. Yeah, it always happens with tired legs at the end of a game like this, when you're really trying to run hard and then something just goes wrong.
Yeah, and I think this is just a testament to how much the players gives in this game. Like, by the end of this game, there is nothing left in the tank. They've emptied on the field. And I think that just shows their commitment and their passion for the game and for their team. She will get some ice. I think it's a knee, and we will check on her afterwards. Stellenberg back on the attack with less than 30 seconds to go. Carly Murray on the ball, just a little pass.
Oh,
and
what a
winning
great.
the free hit just outside the circle, trying to get that ball inside. Again, good defending from OUTENIQUA, not allowing Stellenberg one more opportunity. And that will be it. End of the game. Congratulations to Stellenberg. Thank you for joining us this evening. Stay tuned for the first team boys game.
Well, there we have it, South Africa. The Jade Brigade taking it 4-0. An incredible result. The girls did incredibly well. But I'm joined now by Neo from Stellenberg High School, Peter from OUTENIQUA, the hockey director. And the first question I want to ask to Peter over here is, what was your take on the girls' performances? What did you think of the game? And what do you think of the potential going forward for these teams?
Final game? Okay. This final game, obviously it was tough. The scoreline reflects it. But I think there were times in the game where we were competitive and we were in it. But for the most part, the talent and the strength of Stellenberg was just too much for us.
Incredible, incredible. Have you got a take on the game as well?
I think obviously the game got a little bit flat here and there, but just a sense of control and a bit of confidence from the Stellenberg team just to carry out the result and just see it through to the end.
Incredible. Peter, I must congratulate you. Your school has shown incredible grit in all the teams, but what are you expecting from this next game?
I think our boys program is very competitive, or we try to be. So I'm expecting a good game. I think the guys are going to bring it, and I hope for a good result, obviously for ourselves. Yeah.
Incredible. Neil, what do you think about the boys' chances today for Stellenberg?
I think it's going to be an extremely physical, very feisty game coming up. I do think it will be very tight, but I think Stellenberg will edge it just slightly.
Well, I might be biased. There we go. We got two biased. South Africa, we have two biased people over here, but we want to congratulate you and thanks so much. And it's an incredible compliment to OUTENIQUA, the grit that you've shown, and Stellenberg's had a good night so far. Thank you, South Africa. Let's watch the game.
Good evening, everyone. I am Karina Smith, and with me is
Caleb Ferreira.
And we are here with Friday Night Lights with interschools between Stellenberg and OUTENIQUA, and the first whistle has just gone. What a great night of hockey we had so far. A cold Friday night, but the hockey has been hot on the field.
Yeah, I think the Stellenberg girls got a good win there against this OUTENIQUA team, but I think what I've heard also from the OUTENIQUA boys that they're also a very, very good squad, and I think we're up for a very, very good game tonight.
Again, we see the same kind of high press from the Stellenberg boys that we saw from the girls, not giving the OUTENIQUA defenders time to set up or create a proper outlet, trying to put them under pressure as soon as possible. That's the first hit on target and a short corner for the Stellenberg boys.
Yeah, I think Stellenberg just did very well there with their first touches. I mean, I think that's been a new thing that's always been in the international games, the redirect, right? Giving it nice and hard onto your next player, redirecting it into the circle, and the strikers just doing so well to be into the right spot there, getting ahead and getting the shot off.
Yeah, now Caleb, you knowing this boys, what do you think the call is for this first short corner?
I mean, I think it'll be wrong if we don't give it to Jacques van Dijk at this first castle. He's got a monster flick on him. He's scored a lot of goals here at this Astra. I think they'll probably go to him.
Just like you said, Jacques van Dijk on the flick on first castle. Then good running from the OUTENIQUA boys. Unlucky to just have it hit their foot. Getting a re-award for short corner. Seeing a little variation from the Stellenberg boys. Good save from the keeper, but again on the attack, not giving the OUTENIQUA boys a chance to set up. Upgrade to a short corner, just a little bit too physical from the OUTENIQUA boys, but we are going to expect this from both these sides.
Yeah, it's good for the umpires to be strict from the start, set the tone, saying that is not allowed, trying to keep the game nice and clean throughout. I think they'll probably go straight to first again.
What a save. I am not sure if that was a keeper or player, but nonetheless, it's out of the goal box.
Yeah, I didn't really hear any pads there. It might have been the guy on the line, which is very, very well done to him. He probably plays cricket.
Definitely, that's a brave lad having to face that ball on the post.
Yeah, looking for that crash ball in there again, forwards flooding the circle, and they're looking to just get ahead of a defender there, getting a touch onto it. I mean, in our game of hockey, it's all about margins, and in that circle, margin for error is 0, and I think that's what Stellenberg are trying to force the OUTENIQUA players to do, is to try and make a mistake.
Yeah, good turnover from OUTENIQUA. They'll be looking to go forward, getting their first chance at a shot on target, but good defending from Stellenberg, winning the ball again, getting another chance to attack.
Yeah, I think OUTENIQUA are trying to break quickly there with the forwards running forward. Yeah, Stellenberg did well there to shut it down quickly. Also just getting numbers back and working together as a team in defending.
Great running from that Stellenberg attacker, leading out to the corner and picking up that ball, but again some good defending from OUTENIQUA. We've been definitely seeing some brilliant defending from all the OUTENIQUA sides today.
Trying to use the big scoop. Forward actually did receive it, just unfortunate with the touch on his stick. I think he made a very good run there, and I think it was an amazing throw, long ball, almost a full field.
And extremely accurate, putting it into space, not making it dangerous. Like you said, just unlucky with that touch. But OUTENIQUA here with another chance and another opportunity to attack.
Yeah, I think it's, like you said, he did well putting it into space, and that's actually a very difficult skill for for boys to learn. I think a lot of the boys from young, they start getting stronger and they'll be able to throw these overheads, but being able to use it as an attacking threat is a skill.
Great pass and a great pickup from the OUTENIQua player, heading into the circle, finding a player on top D, and a backstick hit just wide of the goal box. But what a great attack from OUTENIQua. Such a quick turnover.
Such a quick turnover. I think the guy on the side that did so well, using his speed, getting onto it, and I think the guy in the circle that received it is going to be kicking himself tonight, thinking that he could have done more with that. But there they come again with their speed again, trying to look for that easy pass, and it is a goal for OUTENIQua. I mean,
that is just class hockey, class executing, keeping it simple, flicking it over the keeper into the corner. That was some great hockey from OUTENIQua. I think the Stellenberg boys did not see that coming.
Yeah, I think it was just fast pressing and just clinical. I think that's what you can describe it as. I think that was the OUTENIQua, that was their plan all the way. I think what could have done there is a little bit more pressure from the Stellenberg defenders, not giving the guy on the baseline too much time to think about it, and maybe it would have forced him to make a different decision. You never know. But here we are, 1-0 to OUTENIQua. Stellenberg going to be trying to fight back into this one.
And Stellenberg having some great attacking opportunities, but just not getting that finishing in the circle at the moment.
Yeah, I think Stellenberg has also had their opportunities, but also you have to give the keeper on that side for OUTENIQua, give it its flowers. He made a couple of good saves to start, and I think that's also how you get into a game, is your keeper has to make a couple of saves for you to score a goal, and now OUTENIQUA's on the front foot.
Stellenberg on the attack, just an unlucky little pass into the circle being picked up by an OUTENIQua player, and they are back on the attack, showing some great skill in the midfield.
Oh, such good skill there by number 8, trying to move it to his friend there. Just unfortunately couldn't receive it properly.
What a great vibe here at Stellenberg High School, with the interschools between Stellenberg and OUTENIQua. Two schools bringing the gears, bringing the vibe, supporting their players, supporting their school.
Yeah, I think the OUTENIQua supporters are doing the roux there. Probably got it from the World Cup now, from inspiration probably from Norway. It's lovely to see that football's found himself into hockey as well.
You can see Stellenberg a little bit more reserved with their press, just holding the space first, not being as aggressive, but making the turnovers, being a little bit more patient.
Jacques van Dijk using his skill, trying to go through there. I think he's going to be a major point in the Stellenberg going forward. Always going to be trying to look for him.
And what good skill from the baseline, just putting the ball on their foot, not overcomplicating it, winning another short corner for Stellenberg.
Again, very, very good use of the overhead, trying to throw it in behind. And you also, me as a player, I already know how difficult that is to receive it onto your backhand, ball going away from you, you running towards goal. It's a lot of things that are going on. So, yeah, very, very well done there to receive that.
Yeah, some great control and some great composure and some great hockey so far. 6 minutes into this game, let's see what Stellenberg does.
Looks like it's a Stellenberg ball there, run down by the first wave. Very well done.
Again, brave position to take on.
Oh, very unfortunate there for Stellenberg. Their goal being disallowed, umpire not playing any advantage there, or just called it too early. I think there was, I can't really see right now, but yeah, unfortunate for Stellenberg not to be able to get a goal there.
But again, another opportunity to get a goal. They've had a few now. They must capitalize. Little bit indecisive from Stellenberg at the top, and with a very badly timed tackle from OUTENIQUA, getting an upgrade to short corner and a yellow card. Not the start OUTENIQUA would want, going numbers down with 5 minutes to go in the first chukka. That player will not come back on in this chukka. We'll see him again in the second chukka.
Yeah, I think it's just a bit of, it wasn't a tackle that he had to make there. Yeah, I think just it's the vibe of the crowd, everything rushing.
Again, some great defending from the OUTENIQUA defenders in that defensive short corner. They have not allowing Stellenberg to get a shot on target.
Yeah, I think Stellenberg's short corners, they've had a couple here now. I think they should have maybe scored 1 or 2 already. I would like to actually see them change it up maybe a little bit, maybe do a little variation. I think the OUTENIQUA has done quite well with the straight flick. Maybe give it to the second castle. I don't know, just switch it up a little bit. I think it's getting a bit repetitive and something that they've already read.
Yeah, definitely in terms of that, making it easier for the OUTENIQUA defenders. If you're not changing it up, they don't have to change the way they run. OUTENIQUA again with a great overhead. The attacker receiving it inside the circle. And some good defending, much better defending from Stellenberg. A little bit cynical from the OUTENIQUA players, just sweeping that ball away.
Yeah, I think Jens Janssen in this OUTENIQUA side has been so very good going forward, showing so much skill and speed. It's just very, very difficult to always to defend that.
Yeah, very difficult to defend when they're on pace with skill. But I think discipline is going to be a big thing for both these sides, both on attack and defense, to not let, like we said, that rushing and the crowd and everything else to influence their decisions. Just staying composed, staying calm, and staying disciplined.
Yes, I think just, if I say on defense, it's just about forcing a player into a different area where you can manage him better and maybe get a 2v1, right? Just get 2 guys tackling 1 guy, double tackle, and then easily turn over like that.
Great pass and great build-up play from Stellenberg.
Yeah.
But some good defending from OUTENIQUA again, stealing that ball.
Yeah, I think it was very well done there by the Stellenberg defenders, being very dynamic in their movement and not allowing, if I say, OUTENIQUA to press them.
Umpire just wanting the ball to be in the correct position before it's being played. Almost seems like OUTENIQUA's kind of been adopting a man-to-man pressing style. Not allowing that overhead to go.
Yeah, you can really see that both teams are really trying to use that overhead. I think it's a very, very threatening skill if you know how to use it properly. And I think they've been using it quite nicely in this game. I haven't seen 1 overhead turned over by the other team.
You can feel the intensity on the field and around the field. The emotions are high. OUTENIQUA leading 1-0 at the moment with less than 2 minutes to go in this first chukka. Stellenberg will want to get that ball into their D as soon as possible.
Yeah, I think Stellenberg has just been a bit unfortunate in this first quarter. I think they could have maybe scored 1 or 2. They had 1 disallowed a goal. Yeah, but I think if they just keep going like this and maybe just being a little bit more clinical with their short corners, I think they should be able to score a couple of goals here. But I think this OUTENIQUA team also going forward, very, very threatening, very, very quick.
Very dangerous, definitely very dangerous.
A little bit of pressure there by the Stellenberg forward, just putting the defender under pressure.
Stellenberg also not afraid to play the ball around the back. transferring it from the one side to the other. Great ball pace. Now having an opportunity going forward. Again, you can see the movement of their strikers are just phenomenal. They're just unlucky getting those touches inside the circle.
Yeah, again, that's such a threatening ball. It's when you drive into the one side and you pass against the grain, against to the other side. I mean, for defenders, it's just you must look around the entire time and trying to follow your player while being focused on where the ball's going. It's just a difficult movement to stop.
Another great overhead from OUTENIQUA and another opportunity, just missing the goal box on far post. I think Stellenberg were really lucky there, getting away with that ball not going into the box. End of Chaka 1. See you soon. And we are back, heading into the second chaka of interschools between Stellenberg and OUTENIQUA. Score currently 1-0 in the favor of OUTENIQUA boys. Brilliant first chaka of this game.
Yeah, I think this game's been quite end-to-end. I think Stellenberg just have to try and put the ball into the net, but also OUTENIQUA done so well in their attack as well. I think they've deserved the goal, 100%. And yeah, now we are here.
But like we always say, it's not done until the end whistle goes. There is still time. And this is to be predicted to be a great game of hockey tonight. Cold on a Friday night. Two schools supporting their team, supporting their schools at interschools tonight. Stellenberg on the attack, just unlucky, losing control of that ball. Yeah, OUTENIQUA getting ready to go back on the attack.
Yeah, just trying to use his speed there, trying to get through. Just unfortunate, just not get that end product, or to even get a short corner.
How important is it going to be for Stellenberg not to lose patience because they're not getting the result in that circle, but their build-up's been being great, been being brilliant. But how important is it for them to not get impatient?
Well, I would say it's probably the most important thing right now. I mean, they can see that their game plan is working. All it is just about executing in the circle. And I think a lot of coaches sometimes get that wrong, is where they're not scoring and then they're trying to change something too much. And then they end up playing not as great hockey. So I think Stellenberg, they must just, have a bit more composure. But here we are.
Great save from the OUTENIQUA keeper. Stellenberg putting him under pressure, but him definitely showing he's going to be in their way. And I 100% agree with you. Just because you aren't getting the result yet in the circle doesn't mean what you are doing is not working. And to try and, I think the most important part for the coach will be to keep those boys motivated to say it. At some point that wall's going to have to break, but they've got to keep going.
Yeah, I think that was just a showcase there of the Stellenberg attacker entering on the baseline. I think that is the place where you want to enter, so something should be working.
Better composure and better defense from the defenders from Stellenberg, just picking up those balls, going into the circle, not allowing it to find an OUTENIQUA stick, and now on the counter attack. Great ball for a striker leading high, just unfortunate not getting the touch. Good defending from OUTENIQUA.
Oh, such good receive there. I think he tried to cut in there, and I think the OUTENIQUA defender did so well to separate him and the ball. There's always a defending rule is that the ball may pass, you may pass, but not both of you, and I think the OUTENIQUA defender did so well there with that.
Again, Stellenberg having to show some patience to get that ball in the box. And some really high pressure from the OUTENIQUA players, not wanting that Stellenberg players to go forward. And also playing, like we said before, against the grain, going one side, changing direction to the other side. Good trap from the Stellenberg captain. That was some good pressure in that press from Stellenberg, getting the turnover on the sideline. They'll be looking to get that ball into the box as soon as possible, getting them another opportunity to put a score on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I think the second quarter, I think Stellenberg has really been on the front foot here, getting into that side of the field a lot more. I think not allowing OUTENIQUA to get that fast break, making sure that the defenders are stepping in front of the attackers when they're trying to break quickly. So I think that's where OUTENIQUA is the most dangerous, is when they get their space to run into, and to the space to, like, if I say, to make that small connection and just keep running at speed. But I think if Stellenberg can keep that at bay, they should be able to defend comfortably.
Yeah, and I think Stellenberg's also gone back to what's working for them, is making the connections, leading into spaces, passing into spaces, instead of trying to force that ball straight into the D.
But again, here's what I just spoke about, that quick break of OUTENIQUA, always just trying to get that forward in behind. I mean, if you have fast forwards like that, I think that's a very threatening way to play. But Stellenberg deal with that one now.
Those OUTENIQUA boys are not letting off the pressure of Stellenberg, denying them entry even into their 25. Stellenberg playing the ball around the back, keeping ball possession, staying composed, staying patient.
Yeah, I think Captain Roo Wasserman here at the back, I think he's a big vocal point in the Stellenberg team, trying to get the team motivated, going. You could just see the way he walks on the field, just the atmosphere he makes.
Good defending from the Stellenberg player. Almost being a little bit in trouble on the deep, but good picking up. And a short corner for OUTENIQUA. Captain asking, was it really a foot? But here we are sticking with the umpire's call.
Yeah, I think it's so difficult for an umpire to see from there. I think it's just sticks colliding, everything happening. Yeah, and we don't have any video footage here tonight, but I think the umpire made the right call there. I think Roo, he had a great tackle at the start, but OUTENIQUA did well there to get it off his stick and onto his foot. Let's see what OUTENIQUA can do with their first short corner.
Good defending from Stellenberg. They'll be looking to attack quite quickly to see how many OUTENIQUA defenders they can beat. But great pickup from OUTENIQUA in the midfield. Again, just a little bit impatient from the Stellenberg players, forcing a tackle that's not necessary instead of just challenging, keeping the pressure.
Yeah, I always tell my boys that I coach, the umpire won't blow you if both your hands are on the stick. So that's what I always try and tell them. Great speed and skill there to win the foul, high up on the field.
You can see the OUTENIQua boys are doing really well, getting numbers behind the ball every time, making it very difficult for Stellenberg to attack. Umpire call was a stick block there, so it's OUTENIQua ball back on the attack. Good reading from Stellenberg's players, trying to attack once more. And a great pickup from the striker, trying to keep ball control, get that ball into the circle, winning the free hit, playing quickly, and good read from OUTENIQua. Those boys are not allowing Stellenberg to enter that D.
Yeah, I think it's been a very good defending showcase there by them. But one thing I just want to point out that I just love from the Stellenberg side is every time the forward, when he wins a foul, anything, he doesn't take the ball, he leaves it, he lets the person behind him take the ball. Emphasis on just getting a player ahead. Alright, so you don't always have to take on the entire team there. Let someone else take it, you get ahead and you can be the next pass. Oh.
Great tackle from OUTENIQua in the midfield, and then playing it out to the side, not forcing it through the middle. Again, that speed of the OUTENIQua players has been counting in their favor. Great aerial skills, and just unlucky receive from the OUTENIQua player inside the circle, hitting his own foot. Stellenberg will be happy to take that 16.
Again, rushing the decision. It doesn't have to go over there, but getting lucky there, turning the ball over. Brilliant lead there by the forward, showing where he wants the ball.
I think Stellenberg's just been unlucky finding that final pass to the stick of their highest striker to be able to do something in that circle. But their build-up play has been great. Even if they are forcing it or making a mistake, that second phase, that fight back has been extremely well.
Yeah, and I think that's always the most frustrating thing in a team sport is when that final product for all your hard work isn't there. But I think Stellenberg, they still have quality, they can still pull it back here.
Yeah, like we said, patience from this side is going to be what's putting them through to get a goal on the board. 5 minutes to go in the second chukka. Stellenberg versus OUTENIQua. OUTENIQua currently leading 1-0 in the first team boys game.
Again, seeing that redirect from Stellenberg, which is so effective because people just can't react quick enough on it, and making sure that the forwards get into the right space to get that shot off. It's just very well done.
Great defending from Stellenberg, even with a missed touch on the overhead, just covering each other, making sure that OUTENIQua doesn't get another chance to get into the circle.
Yeah, I think it was very well done there. Good composure, running back, sprinting back, trying to get that ball.
OUTENIQua again on the attack on their right side with some great speed by their players. Getting the ball inside the circle, just lifted a little too high. Stellenberg on the attack once again. Having a one striker really high, great receiving it, great pass. 1v1 against the defender, looking for an upgrade. Stellenberg player receiving the ball on the edge of the circle, again also looking for an upgrade and getting that short corner for his team.
I think that was just so well done there, again by Jacques van Dijk in the centre of the midfield there. I mean, just a quality ball there through. Forward made a good receive there. I think he could have maybe had the shot a little bit quicker. I'm not sure about all the space he had there. But I think Stellenberg really need to try and use Jock more. trying to go forward, creating that something special. There's the zigzag I was talking about earlier that I actually wanted to see. Unfortunate not to get an outcome there, but yeah, now another short corner.
Definitely deciding going with a little variation. See what they do. A great drag flick from Jock van Dijk. Just a little wide. Pusher unfortunately not getting that stick down next to post. But they will get another opportunity soon. Stellenberg on the attack. Playing those 1-2 passes. Working off each other. Keeping ball possession.
Yeah, just those flicks just hasn't been going in for him. I mean, he's getting plenty of speed behind it. It's just about the accuracy and also the other ones that was run down by the first wave. I think if he gets one on target here, it could possibly be a goal. Another short corner for Stellenberg. I think they've definitely had the majority in here. That just tells you that if I say that the attacking of them is working, it's just about putting it away.
And good defending from OUTENIQUA, not allowing Stellenberg to put that ball in the box. And a quick counter attack from them. Stellenberg defenders rushing back. And some great defending. Whether you're on your feet or not, the ball cannot pass you.
Exactly, that's the passion that you want to see from the game. Yeah, just very well done there. Good managing there with the counter attack. It's always so threatening with the. It's always like with the other defending team of the short corner. It's very easy to actually score if you do it right, because so many players are being fed forward for the attacking team in the short corner that a counter attack is just so open.
Yeah, and OUTENIQUA have shown that they are very dangerous with speed and ball in hand. Just like now, attacking on the left side, just winning the free hits, putting Stellenberg on the back foot.
Yeah, I think one thing I can see here from OUTENIQUA is that they've really been showcasing their skill work with the stick. It's really lovely to see.
I think Stellenberg are querying this one, whether it was hitting their foot or not. Umpires will discuss and make a decision.
Yeah, I think about the reaction of the crowd and the reaction of the players, it might not have been, but it all depends what the umpire saw at the end of the day.
Let's see what is the call. Free hit out to Stellenberg. And unfortunately, Stellenberg wanting to play quick, but have to wait for time to start again.
Yeah, I think Stellenberg just took a little risk there. I don't think that you are allowed. You have to allow the other team to set up because it was the wrong call.
But like we said, you got to take the chances, and sometimes you've got to take risks. Just figure out where the umpires are going to set those boundaries, but now they know.
And there we have it, the end of quarter 2. And yeah, OUTENIQUA 1-0 ahead. Let's see what they bring for quarter 3.
Welcome back, everybody, to the second half of interschools between Stellenberg and OUTENIQUA. It is the first team boys game on a cold Friday night, and OUTENIQUA is currently leading 1-0. What a great game of hockey we've had so far.
I mean, yes, it's been just a lovely, if I say, showcase of defending, attack, all it is. We've seen short corners, we've seen baseline goals. It's just a lovely game to be able to watch. And I'm sure the crowd, the big crowd that is here, has been enjoying it a lot. I've just been hearing music, say World Cup classics. It's just been a lovely experience.
Yeah, and OUTENIQUA coming all the way to Stellenberg, bringing so many supporters, just creating a vibe next to the field. What a testament is to their school, their character, and their commitment. We are very thankful you're here, and we appreciate you.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Karin, if you've noticed this, but the one OUTENIQUA player plays with purple socks. It's probably maybe a man of the match thing. I'm not sure what that is all about, but it's quite interesting if I say it myself.
It is interesting, but he has been a player to watch. He has been great at gameplay and great at making some plays for the OUTENIQUA team, getting them into that circle. Stellenberg looking to play quickly, just forcing that overhead a little bit too quickly.
Yeah, I think Stellenberg has been trying to use this overhead a bit too much. This is where I've said, well, when you use it correctly, you can use it very, very well. But when you start rushing it and just trying to throw overhead just because you want to throw an overhead, it starts to get a bit repetitive and you can't really use it as effectively. I think Stellenberg's been very, very good with their one touches in like interlink play in the midfield, and I would like them to stick with that.
Yeah, 100%. Like we said, just because it's not working out in your attacking circle, it doesn't mean what you are doing is not working. They've had some great build-up plays. Like we said, when they are connecting the ball, playing the passes into space, but when they're forcing it, they are just putting themselves unnecessarily under pressure. OUTENIQUA just keeping ball possession, transferring the ball around the back. Stellenberg very patient in their press.
Yeah, it looks like Stellenberg has dropped it off a bit, waiting for OUTENIQUA and then trying to probably hit them on the break. I think that's probably why they were looking for that overhead. But OUTENIQUA dealing well with it.
Again, a dangerous ball into the circle from OUTENIQUA. And a little bit sloppy from the defenders of Stellenberg. Just lucky getting that ball out of that 25.
Yeah, I think that's also one point there. When you're in that deep defense, there's no place for errors. Here's Jock van Dijk on the ball.
Great
with the pass
skill.
through.
A 1v1 against the keeper. Just mistiming his pass to his player, and great cover defense from OUTENIQUA.
No, such great defense there. I think, that's a thin line there to be able to know, do I go alone here? Do I use my friend? He decided to go with his friend and ended up maybe just being the wrong call. Maybe you don't know. If it was me 100%, I would have gone alone. Trying to go beat the keeper.
Yeah, such a fine line as a striker, between being selfish and using your teammate. If your teammate's in a better position, and that call can only be made on the field in those split-second decisions. And like we said, a hockey game's all about those small margins.
Yeah, but here OUTENIQUA with another short corner, adding one more to their tally of 2. Let's see what they can do here now.
Let's see what OUTENIQUA does with this short corner. And the flick. Good running from the first wave from Stellenberg, getting in front of that flick, putting the flicker under pressure, hitting his shin, so giving away a reward, but still good putting the flicker under pressure.
Yeah, I think that, if I can see correctly from this distance, I think that's Willem Schmidt, number 4, key player in the Stellenberg team as well, very good in the midfield.
A variation from OUTENIQUA and a good save from the Stellenberg keeper. Stellenberg playing it quickly, wanting to get that ball upfield as soon as possible. Stellenberg entering the D, and a great 2v1 goal against OUTENIQUA's goalkeeper.
What a fantastic team goal. I think there we just saw it, the counter-attack that Stellenberg was waiting for, and the threatening part of being in that deep space and using it quickly. I think that was Leonard Hendrikse, I think, on the end of that one. Okay, just getting into the right space and just being there. I think it was also very well done by the other forward, not being selfish there, using his other teammate to score.
Yeah, Stellenberg being very patient to get that goal, and they did. So score currently 1-1 with 9 minutes to go in the third chaka. OUTENIQUA, another shot on target, great save by the keeper. Long corner it will be. They have another chance of attack, not wasting any time.
Yo, what a brilliant game of hockey this is to watch. Oh, just a short corner against Stellenberg there.
Yeah, I think the bad tackle just came from just inside the circle. But good attacking from OUTENIQUA. They will be looking to get back ahead in this game after going 1-1 with a brilliant goal from two Stellenberg strikers. Do you think we'll see another variance from the OUTENIQUA boys?
I think they're going to go straight again. I think they got lucky with the first one, hitting the first wave. I was wrong. Oh.
Good defending again from Stellenberg. Just that flick from OUTENIQUA going a bit off target, making it dangerous. Again, Stellenberg trying to force it a little bit too quickly instead of playing those connections and then putting themselves on the back foot and under pressure unnecessarily.
Yeah, I think Stellenberg has no need to play that ball. They've really dug deep now, getting the equalizer. Now they've just trying to throw it away again, where they should try and, if I say, dominate this game, really put it to bed, demotivate the other team, and then, if I say, from there try and go on their mistakes.
We've seen when they are at their most dangerous, when they've made the connections, playing the passes into space. But once they start forcing it, like I said, they're putting themselves unnecessarily under pressure. Like we said, that was not needed. But you can see the intensity and the aggressive play is up, and with that, just a little bit of body play from the OUTENIQUA player. OUTENIQUA playing receiving a green card. Stellenberg ball.
Yo, I was a bit fooled there. I thought it was the Stellenberg player that made the foul there. But umpires probably saw it better. They on the field here. We only hear from the top. We can't see all the great calls. But Adam Schmidt on the ball.
Stellenberg just again forcing the ball through the middle, making silly mistakes.
Yeah, I said it in the other game as well. It's just about, I say, when these players can start making decisions on what passes to make instead of just needing to make a pass, playing a crash ball with, if I say, an idea that someone is going to be at the end of it instead of just trying to hit it through someone. I think that's the difference between using that also effectively.
Yeah, again, what has counted in their favor was their patience to getting the ball in the box and not forcing it, and now just losing that patience a little, maybe a little too eager sometimes, trying to get the ball up the pitch. OUTENIQUA again with an attacking opportunity, having the ball inside the circle, got the shot off, player running baseline, looking to upgrade. Great defense from the Stellenberg team.
Yeah, I think OUTENIQUA has also done a good showcase of having that patience when going forward. They're not always just throwing it, and when they do throw it, there's always someone at the end of it. I think they've done very well with that today, trying to pick that.
Yeah, definitely props to their decision making on when to give that overhead versus just when to transfer the ball around the back. Got to give them credit for the great hockey they've been playing so far.
Again, there it is, where you're just trying to force the ball through someone where, I mean, if I put my stick down there, it's not going to go through my stick. You need to try and play around me or off my feet somewhere.
Just a missed timed pass from the OUTENIQUA player, but Stellenberg player being under pressure, giving the turnover again. OUTENIQUA again on the right side, attacking on the baseline with that speed. And a good slide from the keeper, clean and precise. And just unlucky clear from the defender back into the middle of the field. Again, putting ourselves under pressure.
Again, I would just call it a careless pass. I think he probably had enough time there, get his feet around, make a good quality pass, be a bit more in control. I think if they're just going to keep defending and keep giving the ball away here, I think OUTENIQUA has enough quality to score more goals here. I think they really need to pull together here, try and create something special, more connections, and that's how they score their first goal. So I don't know why you want to change it.
Yeah, like we said, there's a lot of players and coaches that make that mistake where if the result doesn't come as soon as you want it, you're changing the way you're doing things, but most of the time how you're getting into that circle is working. So changing it just because of the sake of changing it because the ball hasn't gone in the box, sometimes not necessarily the best option, where just going through and sticking with the game plan, sticking with the structure is sometimes, and having a little bit more patience is sometimes a better decision.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you there. Yeah, patience is key in a hockey game like this, where everything's tense, everyone's hyping up, big crowd. I think patience is a big thing to have.
Yeah, we have definitely seen how much an impact this crowd has been tonight. Have great vibes, great gees langs next to the field, and have definitely had an impact on the intensity of the players on the field.
Yeah, going into the dying minutes of this quarter now, I think 3 minutes left to play. Stellenberg looking a bit more in control now, getting a little bit of releasing the pressure, but OUTENIQUA still looking to high press. Stellenberg's defenders dealing well with it, keeping their composure at the back. Oh, a little bit of skill there. Got lucky with having the ball there and then just lost it.
Yeah, we have seen a great display of skill and defending and attacking from both teams tonight. It has really been an entertaining game so far. 2.5 more minutes to go in this third chukka of the first team boys game.
And OUTENIQUA with a big chance there. I think, he's going to be kicking himself and thinking he could have done better there. I think that was a tight angle for him to score, but as we've seen with the first goal they scored, they can score from the baseline. So I think he was backing himself there. Now Stellenberg on going forward, winning the foul, taking it quickly. Umpire says no ways. You have to take it back to where the foul was.
Good running and good connections from Stellenberg and forcing OUTENIQUA to make the bad tackles, to make the fouls, to win themselves another attacking short corner.
Yeah, I think it was just very well done there. Again, Jacques van Dijk putting the balls into the circle just shows that the creativity that he has when it comes to going forward. And I think these Stellenberg players, they just all trust each other and know that they all have enough skill to be able to get on the end of these balls.
Let's see what Stellenberg does. A great flick on target, but an amazing save from the OUTENIQUA goalkeeper. If he had not got his glove on that surely would have gone in. So such great defending. But Stellenberg not holding back, not waiting to get back into that circle.
Yeah, also just such a lovely variation. I think that could have worked on any of the other keeper, but keeper again made a great save.
Umpire wanting it to upgrade, but it wasn't that bad of a foul. This pitch has been slippery with this little bit of wet and cold weather. Just a missed bad time tackle. Stellenberg will still try and get this ball into the D to give themselves another opportunity to score.
Yeah, this looks a little bit more positive from Stellenberg. Looking to connect again here. It's just playing a bit more forward, a little bit more comfortable on the ball, not always trying to give it away.
Yeah, not forcing it through the middle, playing the connections finding the space, finding your players. That's the Stellenberg hockey we know, and that they know that works. And that is the end of the third chaka between Stellenberg High School and OUTENIQUA High School's boys first team, and the score is currently 1-1. A great chaka of hockey, one more to go. We are back and ready for the final chaka in the final game of today's Friday Night Lights between Stellenberg High School and OUTENIQUA High School. This is the first team boys game. Score is currently 1-1. A great game of hockey heading into the fourth chaka. It is still all to play.
Yeah, I think this game has been so end to end. I think both teams have had equal amount of opportunities. It's just about now, last quarter, who wants it more. But Stellenberg looks like they're going to have the first attack here.
Then passing against the grain. And Jock van Dijk just losing a little bit of ball control at the end. You can just see the commitment of these players, playing the ball whether they're on their feet or not, making sure that they are doing everything they can for their team.
OUTENIQUA having their forward line now into the circle. OUTENIQUA still having the ball, coming off a Stellenberg stick there.
Stellenberg will want to be a little bit better in stopping 8 saves today, and like we spoke about the whole game, discipline and just patience not being or used enough, and Stellenberg costing themselves a short corner that was unnecessary.
Yeah, I would say it's unnecessary because he's in a corner there. He's not really doing anything threatening. All you have to do is really just stand in the way. If it was now at the top of the circle and he was about to have a shot, all right, okay, maybe you'd have to make a foul or something like that. But the guys in the corner, you don't really have to touch him. Wait for him, make him play it out, and then we redefend.
Yeah, I think both teams' decision making on little things like that has cost him a little bit. Again, a great save from the Stellenberg keeper, getting out of that attacking short corner. But OUTENIQUA back on the attack, using that speed on the right side. But good cover defense from Stellenberg.
Very, very good tackle there. Staying low at that high speed is very, very difficult. Very well done there.
Stellenberg will be looking to get that ball back up the field to give themselves another chance of scoring.
Oh, brilliant ball. Just unfortunate for the forwards not to get onto that. I think that's an old school one where it goes to the left off and just a big hit up the line.
Again, OUTENIQUA utilizing that overhead really brilliantly tonight, but great defending and composure from the Stellenberg midfielder. Again, going against the grain. A touch on P spot and just missing the goal box, but great attacking play from Stellenberg.
Again, so well done here in this final third for Stellenberg. I think they've been really unlucky not to score a couple more today. Yeah, I think they've done very, very well in that, in the midfield, playing that against the grain ball and trying to get there.
You can see this Asher is very slippery. It's a cold Friday night. Some boys have already gotten a few bruises on their knees, definitely, but that will not stop them. Some great aerial skills by Jock van Dijk, but a great tackle from the OUTENIQUA player. And umpire says play on. Jock will try and get into the circle. I think just a little bit of confusion there from the players, thinking they heard a whistle, but no whistle has gone, so play on is the call. Stellenberg would like to counter now. Again, making the connections has always been what's working in their favor. As soon as they start forcing the ball through the middle, they give possession away.
Yeah, I think against in a game like this, where it's tied up, okay, you don't really have to start forcing. Yeah, keeping the ball, I think, is a bit more of a better solution. I think when it comes to the dying minutes of a quarter and you're really, really trying to get a goal, then you can maybe start trying to force one or two balls. But I think just playing a consistent game forward and bringing it up slowly, and bringing numbers forward, and I think that's the best way to try and get goals. And I think it's been working for Stellenberg that way as well.
Yeah, definitely how they got their first goal was by being patient, sticking to the structure, sticking to the team.
Again, very good defensive work there by Willem Schmidt.
And again, OUTENIQUA with speed on attack on the right. Just a bad time tackle. OUTENIQUA wins the free hit. They'll be looking to get back into that circle.
Oh, what a dangerous ball in there by OUTENIQUA. Their first time balls, they redirect. It's been a very, very dangerous ball. I think Stellenberg has been using it majority of the time, but OUTENIQUA says we can do it too. Again, driving up this right-hand side.
Yeah, OUTENIQUA definitely using that speed on the right brilliantly tonight. Stellenberg back on the attack. They'll be looking to get ahead up the field. Good defending by OUTENIQUA again. You can see the Stellenberg players are really stretching the field, trying to force the spaces in between the OUTENIQUA defenders.
Very well done there with patience, getting his eyes up, trying to pick out a pass. And there again, not rushing it, turning out, there was nothing going forward, making a better decision.
Yeah, definitely what has been in Stellenberg's favor is making those connections, keeping ball possession. But OUTENIQUA saying no more. Great attacking play from OUTENIQUA. Still going, but good, calm and composed defending from
Roo. Very well done there by the captain. There we go, trying to switch the play here with Jock. Going to the sideline.
Stellenberg players just moving into space. And a great pass. He's going to get there, keeping the ball in. Getting a... I thought that was a foot, but Umpire says it was a stick. Play goes on.
Yeah, Valalem just using his speed there where we see in the first wave. Now we could see it here on the field also, just chasing after the ball, just showing how much he really wants to win this.
Another overhead for OUTENIQUA into space. Few players trying to get there. Stellenberg comes out with the ball on the attack again. Jock van Dijk on the ball.
He's still trying to make a pass, and I mean, he's the one that ended up getting the assist. And he wasn't even on his feet. So it just shows you the hard work and the type of effort that these boys are putting in here trying to win this game.
Yeah, 100%. There is no questioning these boys' commitment and effort from both sides to their teams and their school.
Yeah, I think today's been a quite end-to-end game, but I think when it comes to circle entry today and challenges, I think Stellenberg has had more. So I think they will be quite pleased with themselves that they finally got that second goal that they were looking for.
But you've got to give props to the OUTENIQUA defenders. They have been defending their hearts out, doing really well, denying Stellenberg as long as they have. And they will definitely be looking to get another one on the scoreboard.
Yeah, something that I'm going to be looking at now for Stellenberg is just being a bit more composed. They are 2-1 ahead now. Of course, you're still looking for that end goal, but it is the fourth quarter. There's a couple of minutes left. All you need to do is keep the ball now. Try and not make a crucial mistake.
And OUTENIQUA on the attack again, using their speed on the backstick hit, and again just a touch from the goalkeeper saying not today, not now, but OUTENIQUA will have another chance at attack.
I mean, that is why the goalkeeper is there. Stop those balls from going in. Very well done there by Stellenberg keeper.
Also a great backstick from a very tough angle from the OUTENIQUA player.
Yeah, I mean, if you back yourself, you back yourself, and I think you said I could probably score this. So, I mean, you always have to give it a try. You never know what's going to happen. Just like the goal with the Stellenberg, it had a shot. It went through the keeper's pads. It was unfortunate, but that's the stuff that happens in hockey game. So you need to be able to take a risk and be able to, play with it.
Yeah, the saying goes, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So sometimes you just got to take a chance.
100%.
OUTENIQUA back on the attack, wanting to get in the circle, but Stellenberg doing some good defending, but OUTENIQUA still has the ball. And a short corner it is.
Oh, just unfortunate there for Stellenberg. They couldn't turn over the ball there. I think OUTENIQUA, their playing there was just a bit quicker than what Stellenberg were trying to set up. I think they really need to. Everyone needs to be able to be switched on. They need to show that they really want to win this and be able to set up quickly enough.
Less than 2 minutes to go in this final chukker of the game. OUTENIQUA with the attacking short corner. They will definitely be looking to put this one in the box.
Going to the first castle. And cleared by Stellenberg. Very well done there, very well defended.
OUTENIQUA taking that line ball quickly, but the wall of the Jade Brigade stands strong, and on the attack they go again.
Just a push there from the OUTENIQUA player, receiving a yellow card there. I think the Stellenberg attacker would have been through on goal there if he really got around him there.
Yeah, I think just maybe a little bit desperate from the OUTENIQUA players. Again, unnecessarily. Could have just channeled. But they're pushing them into the corner, trying to make the turnover. Line ball for Stellenberg. 55 seconds to go in this game. OUTENIQUA is going to try and make sure that Stellenberg does not get back into the circle, and they do just that.
Yeah, you can see Jock van Dijk just trying to waste time there in the corner. Just trying to run down this clock, get this 2-1 victory and get out of here.
30 seconds to go. Unlucky for the OUTENIQUA defenders. They are going to try and make sure they get the turnover or force their ball. Again, 7 seconds to go. Stellenberg just keeping the ball, getting that W at the end whistle. The score is 2-1 for Stellenberg. You can see the disappointment in the OUTENIQua boys' faces, but they put up one hell of a fight. Congratulations.
Yeah, very well done to Stellenberg there, but OUTENIQua at the start of the game, yeah, they really had Stellenberg rattled. But what a game, what a night, and thank you.